welcome back to another one of Rick's Top 6 Party Time. Excellent. Before we begin,
subscribe!
We publish theme park videos on this channel all the time, so hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button so you'll know when another video is ready for you to view. Okay, now that you're done clicking those buttons, let me tell you today's video was inspired by one of you guys, Bree, the laughing park hopper. Well, you know what she did was recently she posted a picture on her Instagram account showing her most recent MIB score, which was about twice as much as my last MIB score, which I have to admit I am terrible. That score was like 136,000, but that doesn't mean I can't improve. So I've searched the internet far and wide and I've come up with 6 tips and tricks that should help me improve my score, and hopefully, if you're gonna come visit, help you improve your score. Now, don't get triggered if you're already an expert and you know these tips. I just admitted I'm terrible at this game. But part of the reason that I'm doing this video is that I have never been told these tricks before. I didn't know any better. So it's my duty as a vlogger, I feel like, to help you guys who are gonna visit who maybe don't know some of these tips and tricks. Item number 6, the first trick I want to tell you guys about is keep that trigger pressed. Don't let go, hold it down the whole time because it's going to continuously fire, and for like every 10 shots you're going to earn 1,000 points. So keep that trigger pressed. Be aware though, not all blasters are created equal. Some guns just aren't as good as others, so your score may vary depending on the quality of the blaster you have. What I'm going to do right now, my first ride of the day, I'm going single rider, and I'm just going to hold the blaster, point it at the floor, keeping that trigger pressed, and see what type of score I get without shooting any aliens.
Where do you all come from, Mr. MIB want to be had with your shirt? Your ugly shirt that makes no sense. You wore that out? Oh my goodness. They say I'm strange.
Hold your fire! Our shipment of alien bad guys has crash landed smack dab in the middle of Manhattan.
Weapons energized to full power.
Everybody hit the streets. This is not a drill.
There we go. I just got off my first ride on MIB, and it's true. Just holding the trigger, pointing it at the ground, shooting the ground, got me 21,250 points. Now let's move on to the next tip and add it onto top of this one. So the next little trick we're going to try, and I never knew this, the training room actually counts for points. I thought it was just practice. All these years I never tried in the training room. We're going to do that today. We're going to try hitting some aliens. Then for the rest of the ride, I'm just going to point the blaster at the ground. I want to see what kind of effect taking that training room seriously has on my score. Remember though, when shooting the aliens, I still need to just hold that trigger in. To start with, there's going to be 3 aliens hanging. Just pick one out and shoot at it continuously. Then go for one of the swinging aliens for a few shots until the far window aliens pops out. Once they do, dial in on them and the training is going to be over, and Zed's going to tell you that the aliens have landed and that your blasters are being set to full power.
That's right, here come some more happy people, that's right. The universe and you is so happy. Oh boy, you get to hear that song again. The universe and you know.
So my score increased to 37,350. Now that was me keeping the trigger the whole time, pointing at the ground. The only thing I tried to hit was the aliens in the training room, and that does work, which I always thought that was practice. I never knew that counted towards my score. So item number 4 on today's countdown of best MIB tips and tricks is going to be focus on second floor aliens. Now after that crash site room, you're going to move into an area that's going to have a lot of aliens in the second floor. You should exclusively shoot aliens in the windows in this room, nothing else. And now, back in line for me. This is starting to feel a little bit like Groundhog's Day.
That is Johnny's best. That's what we're made of.
Almost 323,000. It was hard for me not to like use some of the other tricks after that, you know, and because after I did the second floor window, all I did was shoot at the floor again. And knowing all the tricks, it was hard for me not to keep trying to get a better score. But, I mean, so far, I mean, my score's improving and these tricks are kind of working. Okay, so it's about halftime. We're halfway through my little tips and tricks. So far, it's working out pretty good. Like that what was it? Over 300,000. That's one of my top scores. And the tip so far was one, to hold that trigger down. That really works. That'll add 21,000 to your score right there. The next tip, take that training room seriously. Something I've never done before. And then the third is after that crash site, aim for those second story aliens. I finally found Frank the Pug in there. He is in there. He's hard to get if you're on the right side. You kind of have to shoot behind your back or over your shoulder. But on the green track, he's a little far away, so you have to have really good aim. But supposedly, you're supposed to get a lot of points for hitting Frank. And the other thing I want to note is that having been on it a few times now, I've been on both the green track and the red track. I think I prefer the green track on MIB. With halftime over, oh, I did want to note, I think my goal for today is going to be try to get close to 500K. You know, I'm not trying for a perfect score yet. I just want to improve my score. And 500K would be an all-time high for me. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head in for the next tip of the day, and that's going to be the scanner room. So after that alien room where we're aiming for the second floor aliens, where we and our cart's going to be scanned. And after that scanning, you want to aim for the exhaust port of the other vehicle. And aim for that for a few times. You know, that's going to make, if you hit them, it's going to make them spin. But keep aiming for that exhaust port. That should boost up our score again. So now I'm going to go back in. I'm going to go all the way through to that point where I'm trying to hit that exhaust port, see what my score is. And then I think the next couple of tips, we'll just go full out, trying to get the highest score possible. Well, okay, my score was not as good that time, like 299K, right? I think I spent too much time, since I now know where Frank the Pug is, trying to get him instead of focusing on those second floor windows. And I think I did hit the exhaust port though. I think I did get that. But now let's move on to the next two items on the list. So item number 2 on today's countdown is going to be for those small little aliens. I know the big ones are more menacing and like you really want to shoot at those, but the smaller ones are supposed to be worth more points. And while we're at it, let's move on to item number 1 on today's countdown. Hit the button. At the end of the MIB ride, there's one last giant alien bug, and Will Smith is going to tell you when to hit that red button. That is like a 100,000 point bonus, so be sure that last big bug, shoot it and hit that red button at the same time. And let's try to get that record for me. Let's aim for at least 500K. Let's go on single riders right now. And by the way, I am going green. I seem to like that green track a little bit better, and that is my lucky color.
It's a big, big bug. I can't be no more clear than that. I need a visual. You are right on top of it. It's right there in Times Square.
$399, that's my top score of the day. I think that's my record. I did not get the exhaust port. I didn't get it. That was my big mistake. I'm gonna try one more time if I can get 400. That's what I want, 400K today. One more time onto the single rider line, no matter what. One more, that's it, I'm done. I've been on this ride so many times. One more, let's try to get that 400K.
With proper training and a little MIB elbow grease, soon you too will be able to separate the herd into aliens and you.
Okay, that last time was still in the 300Ks, but I didn't beat that 399. I didn't reach my ultimate goal, which was gonna be like 400K today. I was so close though. But I tell you what, I do have goals for the rest of this year, 2019. First goal is I want to hit 500K, and then I want to double today's score, which is gonna put me right around, like 800K. And the last goal for this year will be 900K. So follow along throughout the year. I'm gonna try to reach those goals. And I think next time we have Nikki here, we're gonna see how she does with these tips. You know, I feel pretty good now that I can score like in the 300s and the 400s pretty consistently now, as long as I pay attention to those tips. But as far as today is concerned, I think we're done. So let's head over to the Coke Refreshment Center. Let me do those Coke shoutouts to those of you who have bought me some coffee over the past few videos. Okay, so here at the Coke Refreshment Center, I need to say thank you to Lucas and Melanie, a couple. Thank you guys for supporting the channel and buying us a cup of coffee. Next up, I need to give a big thank you to Greg. Thank you, Greg, for supporting the channel. And now, lastly, a thank you to a family, the Weaver family. Thank you so much, guys. We really, really appreciate it. Holy smokes, that was a lot of MIB today. But I hope you guys enjoyed that little tips and tricks video. I mean, they did help me out. I mean, that was kind of like the highest I've ever scored. And I tell you what, I know I'm not the best one at this game. It's just that I've seen other vloggers do it. They post their high score, but they don't give me tricks. They don't help me, you know, they don't tell me how to do it. They don't help me out. So I wanted to help you guys out and provide the simple little tricks that's going to help you get a good score consistently. But I tell you what, if you're an expert at this game and you have some better tips and tricks, please, in the comments below, let us know. Share your info, please. And with that being said, don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun. Thanks for watching Rick's Flicks, and now it's time to relax.